All right, guys, I have a new guitar day, and let's see what it is. Maybe you can guess, or maybe you can't, but it is new to me, and it is a 2013 Les Paul Custom Lite by Gibson. It's not a Gibson, it is a real, genuine Gibson Les Paul Custom. So let me take this off the rack and show you some of the specs. All right, so what do we have? We have a 2013 Les Paul Custom Lite, and I'm sure you're wondering what Lite means, but Lite means that the body is thinner than a traditional Les Paul Custom. So back in the 80s, Gibson made a Les Paul Custom Lite, I believe in 87, 88, I'd have to look it up, but they reintroduced it in 2013, 14, 15, and 16. So if you look at this Randy Rhoads, you can see how thick a traditional body is, and the Les Paul Custom Lite is a thinner body. It doesn't have that heavy 13-pound back-breaking weight that some of them do. And it also has a contour right in the back. So the comfort level is very similar to that of like a Strat. But check out how thin this is. And honestly, the sustain and the tone is not sacrificed. I completely went blind buying this. I went on a Nation USA Craigslist search, and on Google you can do that. So I typed in Les Paul Custom Lite, and I found one from an amazing seller. Shot him an email, he called my phone, we chatted, and I picked this up for an incredible price. They're going now for over $2,000. A 2019 Les Paul Custom brand new is going for $42.99. This guitar I paid $1,400 and then shipped to my house in the US. And let me tell you, it was definitely an incredible investment. Here is my Dylan SG, so you can see the body on that SG, and then you can see the body on this Les Paul. Let's see what I have written down. Whoops, excuse my hand. So I have genuine mahogany body with a carved maple top. A mahogany neck with a rounded 50s profile, rosewood fingerboard with split diamond headstock inlay. This rosewood is not traditional rosewood. It is super dark, and they're claiming that it's rosewood, but man, is it dark. And that's one thing that, you know, I was looking for is ebony or dark wood, and this one really has it. What else does it say? 490R and 498T humbucking pickups in the neck and bridge. Gold Grover Keystone locking tuners with a 16:1 ratio. Gold strap locks. A push-pull tone knob for coil splitting in place of the mini toggle. So what they did in 13 is there was a mini toggle here, and it was, you know, a little switch, but it was placed here. And the purists, including myself, I didn't care for it. So the original owner ended up putting in a regular tone pot, which is a coil split, and got rid of that mini toggle. So now you have the traditional 4 knobs, and in 2016, they returned to the 4 knobs. So I think it was 13, 14, 15, where they had the toggle, and then for 1 year they made it look like this. And also in, what is it, 14, they didn't have the diamond, they had this little small inlay on the headstock, which is something that I really didn't want either. So this was pure luck that I grabbed this for the price that it is, honestly. Has a bone nut setup, lightning fast. What else? Knob pointers he put on, which I guess are these little things here. So I didn't touch this guitar. I sent it personally to my luthier, Jake, at Jake's Guitar Repair in Rock Hill. And he went over it with a fine-tooth comb and set it up for me. And let me tell you, this thing is badass, man. So I don't want this to be a 20-minute video, but let me just show you how nice this body is. I mean, it looks brand new. It's got, what does it have? D'Addario 9s on there. Has the traditional Gibson bridge going up the headstock to the neck. You can see that beautiful inlay. Les Paul custom. And then we have binding, really nice binding. Beautiful binding on the body. The neck, they're saying it's 50s. I'm gonna have to say it's between 50 and 60. It's not super fat. Here is the 16:1 Grovers. It doesn't have binding on the back, so they had to sacrifice something. And man, it's so comfortable. You know, it's like an easy playing guitar. I mean, look at that. Really, for me, an amazing value to own a Les Paul custom and not to have a fake. You know, I do have fakes, and my other fake is actually in the shop. But the fakes is what got me into buying this one. So, you know, I love these fakes so much, so I was like, you know, maybe I'll just get a real one, because I wasn't a Les Paul guy for years and years and years, and now I'm really into them. It's hard to explain. But here it is. This is the 2013 Gibson Les Paul Custom Lite. They're going for over $2,000. And if you could find one, the only one, you know, with the 4 knobs is the 16, unless you do the mod. So I'll plug it in and I'll play something real quick so you can hear it. And as always, thanks for watching and subscribing and keeping the guitar community alive. Take care and rock on.